Hi, welcome to Papa's Workshop. Well, I got a different kind of project for you today. I have to change the dishwasher in my kitchen, and it's a little unusual. My dishwasher is 20 inches off the floor and slid into a cabinet. So this installation is going to be just a little bit different. So let's get started. In the recent videos that I've done, I stopped asking for people to be able to like, subscribe, and share the video. And those algorithms just plummeted. So please, I'm going to ask again if you would help me out to be able to drive the algorithms. And if you're new to the channel, by all means, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so that you can be notified of the various videos that I upload. And please like and share this. When you like the video, it helps to drive those algorithms to be able to get this video out to all kinds of different people everywhere. So please help me out by subscribing, like, and share this video. So let's get back to today's project. So here's the situation. This dishwasher is quite old. The control panel is going out and it's in this cabinet. Now this has worked out extremely well for us because it's difficult at our age to be able to bend down all the way to the floor. But I also have to be able to take this one out and put the new one in by myself because I don't have anyone to be able to help. So it's a little bit interesting situation. And before we start doing anything with the dishwasher, we need to go ahead and turn off the power. So that's going to be breaker number 27. So I look across over here, there's 27. So we turn that off. Now we'll go upstairs and confirm that before we start any work at all. Now the first thing I want to do is hit the power button and you see none of the lights come on. So that is an indication that the power is off. Now I'm also going to go ahead and grab a voltmeter and I'm going to test the circuit and verify that the power is off. Now this panel is going out. It's working intermittently and it actually going to cost more to replace this panel than it would be to just go ahead and replace the whole dishwasher. So that's the plan for today. Now that off camera I verified that the circuit is off, it's time to be able to get this dishwasher out and the new one in. Now this certainly is not a normal installation. And the first thing that I need to do, this is a decorative piece of wood that just was cut to a tight fit and will slip out. And what that does now, it actually exposes the bottom portion of the dishwasher. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and take a screwdriver and remove these screws and take off this panel. Now this panel is just held on with 2 screws. So I can just slip this off real easy. Go. On this dishwasher, we have the power right up at the very front on the right side, and it is connected directly to the dishwasher. So this is considered hardwired. And we know and confirm that power is off, so I can disconnect this. Now the other situations you have is the water. The water is connected here, and I have to make sure that I turn the water off before I disconnect this. And the only other thing that we have to deal with is the drain line underneath the kitchen cabinet. This is the water line that comes from the water supply over to the dishwasher. And this is the hot side. So I'm going to turn this one off. So that is off, so no water can come in to the sink up top and no water can go to the dishwasher. So I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off. We're going to be able to expose the wires inside, and I'm going to release the wires from this. So that just slips out. You have a little ridge there that had to lift up and out. And then here are the wires. So here you have the white wires joined together. You have the black wires joined together. And this green one is the ground wire. And those are joined together. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect these now. And I'm also going to go ahead and loosen this now. And this will allow me to remove the wire from this box. And we'll go ahead and get these wires together. And then I should start being able to feed them right through this opening. And there they come out. I know my hand's getting in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and straighten this out. And that way I'll be able to get the dishwasher and be able to slide it directly out and not interfere with this wire. This I'm just going to go ahead and slip back in, but I'm not going to worry about putting the cover back on that. Now to loosen this water line, it takes a 5/8 inch wrench to be able to do that. And I'm just going to open this up. And I'm going to put a little towel there to catch a little bit of water. Okay, there we go. That little bit of water will drip out, and we'll catch that with this towel. Okay. So now I'm able to start sliding this out. The last thing you have to do before you can slide it out is remove these little covers right here, because behind there is a screw. And that screw is actually holding in the dishwasher so it doesn't tip. So I'm going to, and you have one of these on each side. So there's the first one. And we'll pop this little cap off on this side. And we'll do the same thing. Now with those two screws removed, now we're going to be able to slide the dishwasher out. To be able to help support the dishwasher, I had this little table with this MDF that's just sitting on top of it. And it's the same height as the base of the cabinet. So I should just be able to pull the dishwasher straight out and be able to set it on this table. Okay, the old dishwasher is now out. I've got the drain line here that was disconnected from underneath the sink. So now I can just get this one out of the way, and then I'm ready to start installing the new one. In preparation for the installation of the new dishwasher, you need to know the height of the opening, because that determines how you have to adjust the feet. And in my case, it's 33.5 inches. So let's go over to the chart and let's take a look at that. Now each manual may be different, and you're going to have to read your own owner's manual. But as far as the height adjustment here, for a 33.5 inch opening, I need to be able to have the front legs set at 3/8 of an inch, and the wheels, I need to have those removed. Now I've already loosened the wheel, but it says remove this. So with a Phillips screwdriver, all I need to do is just go ahead and take that off. And I've removed the wheel from this side, and I've already removed the wheel from the other side. Now the other thing I have to do is set the front legs at 3/8 of an inch. all that was necessary is just to screw this in and to measure the height. Now, one of the additional parts that's not provided that you need to get is this part right here. And this actually connects for your water line and connects it to the dishwasher. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and connect the drain line. And on this case, I have this clamp and the instruction says use the green. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the green clamp for this. If I reach down inside and I feel this is where it needs to go to. And just to kind of give myself a guideline, it needs to go just beyond this last point. So I'm gonna go ahead and slip that in. There's that point. And there we go, that's where it needs to be. Now all I need to do at this point is just take a pair of pliers and squeeze this clamp. And that opens it up so that I can slide it over this hose and be able to put it right in place. Now the nice thing about it, it actually has a mark on this black portion of the hose to show exactly where the clamp needs to be. The green clamp is actually by design from the manufacturer to be just a little bit snug. So even though I've got it closed up with the pair of pliers, there's still not a lot of excess room, because in the end you want this to be able to, when released, have a nice, good, tight fit to be able to hold this line together and not have any leaks. Now that it's connected, I'm going to go ahead and feed it through the back part of the dishwasher, and I've got to be able to feed it down through this cabinet behind a set of drawers and into the kitchen sink cabinet. So that's a little bit of a trick to be able to do because of this type of installation. Now all that's left to do is just go ahead and slide this dishwasher back into position. And I've got to keep in mind the water line, the electrical wire, and that drain hose. So it's going to take just a few minutes to be able to maneuver this and slide it in. But having this table made it so easy. This was the best way to be able to do it. Now that it's in, I don't need the table any longer. The only thing I have to do at this point is just grab that electrical wire and go ahead and pull it back straight forward and get it back where it needs to be, and the same thing for the water line. I want to show you this point. The dishwasher is basically in position, and I've grabbed the wire, pulled it forward, got it nice and straight, so it's going to be where it needs to be, and same thing for the water line. So it's ready to be able to connect, and I've actually looked to the very back and made sure that my drain line is where it needs to be. And if you look underneath, this is where it comes from underneath the cabinet, and it comes down through that cutout, and then it feeds across along the bottom of the cabinet, and it goes over to where this set of drawers are, and it has to have fed right at the back of the cabinet, and then it goes into the sink cabinet. And that's where I'll need to connect the drain line, and I'll be able to turn the water back on in just a moment, but we're not quite there. Now, one thing you may have noticed, I forgot to put the blanket on the dishwasher. So yeah, I've got to pull it out just a little bit to put that soundproofing blanket on, and then I'll be able to continue on with the installation. Now I'm also finished with the part underneath the dishwasher, so I can actually install these drawers back into position and have them out of the way and not worry about these anymore. And I can also go ahead and put this drawer back in place because those two lines are exactly where they need to be. Okay, this is gonna go on. Now this is for 1 inch, and this is a 5/8 inch line, and that will go into there. Now that I have that in place, I can go ahead and put my clamp on right here. Okay. That goes right back there, and that part is done. Now, the next thing we've got to do is connect the water line to this one. And this, I'm just going to use some Teflon tape for this. Now that I have the Teflon tape on it, then I'm just going to go ahead and screw this on. And I'll take the wrench and tighten this. Okay. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some Teflon tape on this, and then I'll just simply screw this on. All right, now that I've got the Teflon tape on it, okay. Okay, there we go. Now we can turn the water on. All right, I've got the water turned on, and I want to check both of these fittings, and they're all good. There is no leaking at all. So the only thing left now is to connect the electrical. This is a box right here where the electrical gets connected. Now what I want to do is go ahead and take this off so I can have easier access to this. That way I can open that up and have access to the wires. Now I've got to put in the connector here, the clamp that will hold the wire. Okay, I'm just going to slip that through it, and we'll put that nut on. And we'll tighten that down. Okay, we've got all that tight, and we're going to go ahead and take this wire and shove it into this box. Have that come through just a little bit, and then I'll be able to tighten these screws down, and that will secure that wire onto the box. Okay, that's nice and tight. So next thing, I'm just going to connect these wires. Now to connect these wires, you need to consult a licensed electrician to be able to do this. And that is the absolute safest way to be able to do it. But what I'm going to do is connect the two white wires together, and those are the common wires. And that's going to go right on there. Then I'm going to take the two black ones and do the same thing. Turn that a little bit so it's easier for you to see in the camera. And then the last wire is the ground wire. Now this ground wire comes from the dishwasher. It comes inside and attaches to this screw. So my ground wire needs to attach right to this point. Okay, now I have it underneath that washer, and now I'm ready to go ahead and tighten this nut or this screw down. So that takes care of the ground wire. I have the ground wire tucked away. And then I'm going to take these wires, bring them right down into here so it'll fit into the box. And I'm ready to be able to put the cover back on. The cover just slips right on here. There. And then we'll tighten it down. Now the installation of the dishwasher is not for everybody. If you're uncomfortable working around electricity, by all means, please consult a licensed electrician. And the same thing from the plumbing standpoint. If you're unfamiliar with the plumbing, by all means, please consult a licensed plumber to be able to do this installation. Safety is by far the most important thing that you want to be able to do. The next thing to do, you have to take these little plugs out on each side to be able to side mount this dishwasher, because this will screw into the face frame of the cabinet. So I'm ready to take this other one out, and I can just come right into this point and just lift. And then that just lifts right out. Now these little tabs actually go on the back side, and this will make it where that screw will be able to go right in through here and screw into this, into the face frame. This little tab right here, when I slide it into the slot on the back, will just get bent, so it will be secured and it won't come out. Now this little tab will go right into here. There we go, just like that. And that just slips right into that slot. And I'll take a pair of pliers. Need to hold that right there. Take the pliers and just bend it. And then that will hold it in position. I'll repeat this now on the other side. So this is the little slot right here. And this needs to be where it goes against the wood. So it goes into this direction. That fits right in, just like that. I'm going to take the pliers and bend it. Yeah. And now it's secure. Now I can go ahead and slide the dishwasher into its final position. Okay, the installation is all complete now, and it looks great having a brand new dishwasher in the cabinet. I went ahead and turned the power back on, and the only thing that's left now is just to go ahead and test it out and put those dirty dishes that were in the sink into the dishwasher. This was a good project to be able to do. Again, this is not the type of project that everybody will be able to do, because you definitely need to understand electrical work and plumbing. So again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the next project. Bye-bye.